It's episode 5. We're talking about Vicki digging herself a bigger grave. Shannon and Kelly are the new BFFs, and we're doing a poker in the face night. Let's go.
You're tuned in to AFTERBUZZ TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Why don't any of you have poker faces?
I can't. It's like you just gotta dance. Like,
I love this song so much. This is like one of my favorite Gaga
It's
songs.
a good song. Pop, 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 poker face, pop, pop, poker face. It's karaoke night all of a sudden. Hey! It is Monday. Welcome to AfterBuzz's Real Housewives of Orange County After Show. The music is booming, and so are we. We have so much to talk about. It's going to be a fantastic show. We have news and gossip for you. We have a Twitter segment. We're going to be shouting you guys out, so make sure to say hi to us.
Yes.
We have so much to talk about. We're going to open up with Vicki and her son. Probably the only positive thing you're going to hear about Vicki this episode. Because the girl code is in full effect, and we have a lot to talk about. Let's talk about this Coda insurance, this daughter and son dynamic that I truly, really like seeing, just because we've seen this kid go through a lot.
He has not changed at all.
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's changed that much. Like, I think he's a normal kid who, like, got his passion. His mom was already had, like, an established business, and he took the reins over it.
surprisingly with Vicki as his mom, right?
And that
Because
clip,
she's a little.
that clip that Vicki said, no, that they played where he was like, oh, if it's going to get me a yacht, then I'm definitely going to go into insurance.
Smart man.
Yeah, he was
I
always
wish
kinda
my
into
family
it.
had a business they could just pass on down,
For
I
real.
know, right?
right?
Definitely gets you thinking. Yeah, they're just...
The best is
Good for
when
him.
she's like, well, do you want to get a massage? Do you want to, like, I still want to hang out with you right after work. And he's like, Mom, like, oh, let me go home.
And I
Oh,
feel like he
Vicki.
handled, like, the Housewife franchise so well. I don't know why. Like, there was some part, like, last season where we didn't see him too much. Now we're seeing him a little bit more. But still, like, I think...
It's good to see the kids of the OC always.
Yeah.
Does he live in San Diego? Because he bought a condo out there, right?
Yeah, they were showing a little bit of the tea. Vicki was spilling it. Danny has moved in, so he is cohabitating with somebody.
Yeah, Vicki said that she helped pay for the condo in San Diego.
Of course she did. Of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
So I'm probably making the commute between OC and SD.
Well,
Maybe.
maybe. Good for them. Let's talk about something more exciting. Shannon and Kelly are new BFFs, which I'm totally down for. They were out here in LA, which they should have came to AfterBuzz, or at least invited us out. We would have totally came.
Yeah.
Right? I know that exact bar they went to, too.
Really?
Yeah, Sofitel.
Oh, that's where they went?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I guess I just...
They shoot a lot of Real Housewives there because they did the Panty Gate there with in Beverly Hills.
Beverly
Yeah,
Hills
so I feel like they
and
have
they
a deal.
they've shot Shaw's there as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's a
show.
Bravo spot, but it's a great spot.
We like to keep it all in the family here in LA.
Yes.
The Bravo family, we get around. We get around. And we hear all about it. But we saw it on the TV tonight. We saw it play out. And what it's doing, it's creating tension between the other ladies. Tamra's being the most vocal about it. I feel like she is just slightly jealous, and she said it. You know what I mean? Like, her and Shannon are out shopping for equipment for a gym because Shannon is the workout queen.
Right.
In her mind.
I'm like, this is a total waste of money, like Tamra said. What is going on? They just needed a place to talk.
Right.
They should have just went and got coffee.
And it complemented her QVC vibe.
It
like,
totally did.
yeah.
she needs to promote the healthy eating healthy vibe with her healthy package meals.
The guy's like, what do you like to do? She goes, well, I don't like to do anything. I'm like, I hear you.
Well, and she had no idea how to use any of those machines that she was looking at. Asking for a pamphlet on how to use those things. Like, don't buy that machine then. Like,
I'm
that's not the
telling
time
you.
to buy that machine when you don't know how to use it.
It was just a place to film, I'm
was,
telling you. They weren't even interested.
I love how Tamra offered her, like, she has all the equipment at her gym, so why not just...
I would have
That's what I
said that
was
to her. I'm
thinking.
like,
Her,
she's
like,
a
we
personal
always
trainer.
film at Cut Fitness. Let's go somewhere else to...
And
somewhere
Shannon's
else
like,
fitness.
this is the owner of Cut Fitness. I'm sure he was thinking, well, why are you guys even here?
right.
Totally crazy.
How about David taking the Peloton? He's like, the only thing I want is this bike, and I'm taking it with me.
He is so low. How low can you be? You're taking gifts that you gave.
Oh, I'm sure he took more than that.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
Obviously, we're going to see in a little preview
Yeah.
for next episode, David is still hot
And bothered.
hot and bothered. Not hot that way.
Yeah.
Maybe
Correct.
like 5 years ago when he first got skinny and he was telling her at the reunion, I just want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? We're too old to not be happy. I just want to be happy. And we were all like,
That's when it should have.
exactly.
Stop, yeah.
That's when it should have. He wanted to just be happy. But
I wish you would have just said it to her then. It would have saved her 5 years of having to,
I was totally down with that, David. But not now. He's just not my cup of tea anymore.
Do you think we're going to see him on camera at all this season?
I don't
You said
think
that
so.
you thought that
Yeah.
you would see.
Really?
I don't
That was,
feel
I
like
think that was like a prediction of mine.
That was your one of your
that He
predictions.
would probably pop up again in some way, but I feel like next week he won't make an appearance, but we're probably gonna hear
His
from
back.
him.
I feel
Like
like out of
leaving
the door.
resentment, just clear resentment, he wouldn't film.
Wouldn't, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's
No.
kind of where I'm at too.
I feel like he would want that airtime.
Well, it could either go either way because some people just they're not going to help
Right.
themselves. They're going to want to be on camera.
Right.
And who knows with this girlfriend, who knows what kind of person she is. She's going to, I know she's a Shannon Bedore lookalike, definitely.
That's crazy, isn't
She
it?
looks
Picture
just
her.
like Shannon,
I have not seen a picture.
but like in like a weird Dixie Chicks kind of way.
Like 20, 30 years
No,
like,
like
younger?
late 30s.
but has a Shannon vibe.
She has a total Shannon vibe.
Oh,
That's crazy. He's got
It's
a type.
weird.
That's usually
creepy.
what happens when people are like in relationships that should have lasted but didn't. You just try to find a replica.
I don't know about these Orange County girls, like Gina says. Like, this just would have never gotten down in Long Island. Jeff Lewis, put in a little Jeff Lewis. I totally was listening to Jeff Lewis today on SiriusXM, and Shannon was on there.
Oh, nice.
They were talking about
heard
Vicki.
about that,
They were
yes.
talking about Vicki, and
heard about that,
we
yeah.
talked about this. Andy does not want him to mention Vicki's name. They were totally talking about Vicki. They had callers call in.
Wanting to talk about
and
Vicki.
one caller was like, "Vicki's a liar,"
Oh my
and Jeff's
gosh.
like, "Shannon, don't you think she's a liar?" And he's just really,
That's
Yes.
he
He gets
loves
under
to
your
start
skin.
it.
Yeah, trying to get
Jeff,
in there.
look, I really like you, and I just don't want you to lose your radio show. So that's the only thing I'm looking out for you, Boo. But I love the shade, so just keep that going. It's really good.
One thing from that whole scene, though, that I didn't agree on was like Tamra telling Shannon how she shouldn't post her outings on social media.
Yeah, what is that about?
Well,
whole
because
thing,
when
like-
Shannon was like, do you not see your boot? Like you literally got that because you broke your foot
I kind of
jumping
see
into
what
a hot
Tamra's
tub
saying,
naked.
though, because
It's
they are going
jealousy.
through a custody thing.
That
I think the timing of
The
it is
business.
suspect too. I think it's suspect too because I think she's still a little bit jealous of their relationship. So you see
Yeah.
things like that. Like you shouldn't do that. You wouldn't say that if you vibed with
Exactly.
all the people. You
But
Maybe
know?
if
Shannon-
she was there, she
Shannon
wouldn't have
doesn't do
said
that all
I
the
was gonna say,
time.
if she was out with them, it wouldn't even be a conversation.
Shannon doesn't do that all the time. She was saying it. You guys, do you see me doing this all the time? Like, no, it's once in a while, so
Right.
it's okay.
I was surprised though that she came right out and said, "I think I might be jealous," because old Tamara would have never admitted that.
I
She
didn't
would have just
either.
been like, "That was a stupid decision on her part. Like she made a fool of herself or whatever." And she was straight up like,
I don't care.
"Yeah, she just doesn't call me, and I'm a little jealous."
Yeah, I love though
The
that
honesty.
True
Yeah.
colors.
at least they had the conversation, and I love that. Shannon was telling Tamara, "I'm sorry, but we're vibing. I like Kelly now."
Yeah, but then too, the fact that Shannon couldn't call Tamra when Eddie had his surgery,
That was messed
sad.
up. That's the
Yeah.
balance problem that Shannon has because like how she's being described and what we see, she's very like about herself and not about other people.
Right.
I didn't get that vibe from Shannon in the beginning, but now I'm starting to see it a lot
Well,
more.
when Bravo does a montage on it, that's when you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's right.
They only do the montage when they want to prove a point.
They have those receipts ready.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got the
Show the receipts. Show the receipt. Where the receipt at? Yeah. Well, let's talk about Eddie. Eddie and his heart. I just wanted to cry when that GoPro shot was just staring
Right on his
straight at
face.
his.
I know.
I just wanted to kiss his dry lips.
I do feel bad.
He was on the way to the hospital. Poor thing. on the brink of tears, like and Tamra just keeps talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, can you just stop talking about it?"
Yeah, I know. I feel really bad for him because it's got to be so scary. Anything with the heart, even if it's like a 2-second procedure, like you said, you're getting prepped so long, and then you're just even when you're in the vicinity of the hospital, the energy's just different. You're just kind of like, ugh.
I hate hospitals. I hate the whole vibe. It's just bad. And if you've been through any kind of loss and anything, I think we all can, just feel that. So it's scary.
We felt it watching it, too.
I do feel bad for Tamra, though, and I know exactly how she's feeling when you feel like you just can't help and you want to comfort them as much as you can. And usually your kind words and whatever would help, but in this situation, they're just not, because you're just still bringing up negative stuff.
Yeah, and he's just frustrated. He's at a dead end, kind of,
Right.
He's at the point where he's like, do I have to take this big risk with this doctor, or should I go ask somebody else?
Right. And by the way, I think you're totally smart to get a second opinion on everything that has to do with So do you know what they ended up doing?
No,
I mean, we'll see.
We're gonna obviously find out, but we're just sending out some good vibes to Eddie, because we like Eddie. I think he's a good guy.
It just derails too, like his business. It just affects, it's not just one thing. It's not like your leg or anything. It's like your heart. So your business is the gym and health and fitness. So
and I don't know if this is a preview or if this is something that's already happened on the show. But doesn't Tamra say, like, oh my God, we're never going to have sex again?
Oh, yeah, she says it.
And he's like, oh, don't worry, we're going to have sex.
We're going to have sex.
They're
having sex.
He's like, I don't care if I have heart medication problems or not.
He's like,
we're going to do it.
He's like, I can just sit here. Yeah, we can still make this work. I'm just
exactly. There's plenty of ways.
Yeah.
Tamra.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about Gina and her friend Tatiana. First of all, I can't move on past Tatiana. Tatiana is. Have you guys ever met someone named Tatiana other than someone on TV?
I have.
I've met
I went to
Tatiana.
high school with a girl named Tatiana.
Was she mean?
No,
Oh, really?
she wasn't.
Tatiana are like, to me, they're strong personalities.
Yeah.
So I can kind of sense a Tatiana strong personality, and she was ready for the camera. I mean,
She was
we've seen her
ready.
more.
I
We've seen her
felt
more
her
than once,
ready.
though. I think like they really brought her to life on this episode. But we've
They might
seen
wanna
Gina.
Is she a friend?
I was
do
gonna
something.
say, yeah.
They might want to sneak her in. I'm thinking this is what
Next
they're
season.
thinking. I'm not saying I'm down for it. I need to see a little bit more before I can jump on the Tatiana train.
Now I get with the whole casting process, because they picked Gina because Gina knew Tamra. They didn't dive too much into it. I'm sure we'll learn more as
They
time
gotta
goes
keep
on.
everything. They gotta keep everything condensed.
And I think they start too, like if Gina gets good reviews and they do keep her to kind of stir, stuff up,
She's doing good right
then
now.
she already has a friend for next season that's around to help her do that. So
And I think with Peggy last casting, they just picked somebody who was completely
random out of a
they're
out of the box.
We're not
And
doing that
Yeah.
again.
We saw what happened with that.
Yeah.
Peggy's supposed to come into AfterBuzz. We've been talking on Instagram.
Hey!
We've been DMing, and
I
she's
would
gonna
love to
come
hear
in.
about her experience though.
She's gonna come in and talk about it.
like she'll
So
spill
Peggy, we're
secrets.
waiting. Come in and let us know. But yeah, let's talk about this totally pointless filler scene of them in the antique store. By the way, we are
It
listening
wasn't
to.
pointless. She was getting a gift for her housekeeper.
Yeah,
I was shaking my head right now, like, why
She
would you
does
say
it.
that was pointless?
I'm like,
Can we get someone a nice gift? Like, that poor lady deserves it.
Man, she does deserve it. She must go through a lot with those,
Those kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. But, I mean, come on.
Well, they had to do something.
Yeah, I'd rather see them, like, engaging over cocktails where, like, Tatiana's personality can come out or something.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it
But
because,
I'm
like
glad.
she
What's the
said,
housekeeper's name?
Lupe.
Lupe.
You know what? Good
Miss
for you,
Lupe.
Lupe.
It's
I
Miss
hope
Lupe.
that freaking antique chest is, like, the business.
Well, do you think that was for her or for
It's for Gina's
Gina?
house.
Yeah, exactly.
And Lupe is gonna
Clean it.
benefit. She's gonna benefit from it. She's gonna put her stuff in there.
She's gonna get more shit for this poor lady to
Oh my
fix
God.
up.
You guys,
She's a nanny.
we are appreciating you guys in the live chat. We are listening
Was
to
she
you
a
guys.
nanny?
She's a nanny.
I'm sorry, I didn't know she was a nanny. I thought she was the housekeeper.
She's
No,
not the
she's been-
housekeeper. She's a nanny.
Well, she's a jack of all trades. She's everything.
They get paid a lot of money.
I didn't mean that in any type of way. I literally thought
You
she
know
was
what?
the
When they're living, they do get paid a lot. And you guys, we are listening to you guys in the live chat. Charlie in charge, you are right. Jeff did read his tweets on the air, which was cray-cray. And that's what Andy's pissed off about. You know what I mean? He's just taking it to a different level.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. But let's get to what we've been waiting for this entire episode, the poker night.
Yes.
Poker night. Shannon's wearing a green suit that she got on Amazon.com probably.
Oh, definitely from Amazon.
Definitely
Absolutely.
from Amazon.
That looks like a Halloween costume. It could be.
It reminded me of the mask. You know, the suit that
Yes.
he wears. That
One,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
I love Shannon for this shit because it's like, yes, why not? Like poker night, she's like, I know the whole night's gonna go to crap, so I'm gonna wear a full-on green suit that's got cards all over it.
It's like her thing.
And have fun.
She has to have the theatrics and everything.
I love it.
I think it's fun. And like Gina said, I don't think these girls can like, you know, dress up and have fun and make fun of themselves. She can't talk about Shannon that way because Shannon does that everywhere
Exactly.
they go.
That's true.
Exactly. Though she did have a point when she was like, I feel like if I talked about Shannon Doerr's vagina, that she would get very mad.
She totally would. And that was hilarious. Oh, wait, we totally skipped that confessional. That was hilarious. They were like, yeah, we make fun of my friend. She's got
Oh, a
Flat
lippy.
lips.
She
extra
said
lip.
lippy vagina. Oh my God, you guys. First of all, thank God for Gina.
Like that stuff I love. Like
yeah.
I welcome those type
She
of
is
comments.
so
It's
funny.
hilarious.
And you know what? I totally can relate to that. Like,
You can relate to that?
yeah.
Yeah, he has a lippy vagina.
I have friends that are very outspoken and they're strong personalities. We're all type A's.
Yeah.
And you know what? In a way, we're all each other's mirrors. Like, I'm not going to go to my friends, well, I'll try to, and try to present this type of whatever it's going to be. And they're going to be like, no. This is what's going to happen. This is what you're doing. And that's what you've been doing, you know, calling you out. And I feel like I can relate to that. And if you can't make fun of yourself,
Yeah,
Totally.
and even
Yeah.
the way that she calls it out, and she's like, the girls from OC, the way that they think and everything, it makes a lot of sense.
it totally is true. They're judgmental.
I don't vibe with how she's portraying herself in that aspect. I get she's from like the East Coast and she has that, but I don't know. I think
It's a
she's,
culture shock,
No, but
Thomas.
it's not
owning
just
it.
the East Coast, though. It's New York City. It's
New York
Long
City.
Island. Like it's a totally different world than the East Coast. It
I
just
think maybe
is.
I think
Totally.
because I'm a West Coast boy, or like born and raised. I think like I'm
too.
adapting to how she's seeing, because she's kind of generalizing. So I'm just adapting to her
Yeah,
generalization.
let her generalize.
She generalizes herself too,
Yeah.
though.
The
when she's
generalization,
portraying
though,
all
is
that.
pretty accurate. I mean,
It
it's
is.
Orange County.
It is.
I mean, right.
I'm getting used to her recipe.
And when we
She's
say
just
Orange
calling it out
County,
there.
we're talking about like Newport. We're talking about.
Everything.
We're not talking about like Anaheim, Disneyland kind of OC. You know
not-
what I
that's
mean?
not
That's
the
not what we're
OC.
talking
They do
about.
film in Huntington Beach a lot, though.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They were just there again this episode, which is not, and it's totally rich, but not nearly as rich as the Newports,
think-
Laguna Beach
yeah.
area, Dana Point area.
I think Kelly lives there, that's why.
In Huntington?
Yeah.
Well,
they
we just need to
mentioned
go
it.
to the Quiet Woman. That's what we need to do.
They need to bring that back.
Charlie in charge.
I welcome
was a
that
good one.
montage every single episode.
Charlie in
This
charge.
isn't my plate!
That was really funny. Someone just threw a read at Peggy on the live chat.
What'd they say?
Charlie in charge said, Peggy, quote, "What's AFTERBUZZ?"
Oh my god.
Oh man, don't get us in trouble. We still have guests coming in.
We want her to really come in.
We really want Gina to come in, so we've been talking. So hopefully she'll come in as well.
would be awesome.
Let's get into this poker night, and let's start off with Gina. She's drinking and she's having a good time and she's wooing. And at first, it's totally fine. Like we're totally all about it. You know, she's getting drunk. They're doing fireball shots because they said cinnamon whiskey, so you know they're doing fireball.
Yeah.
They look like fireball.
And I feel like Tamra's a little bit jealous of Gina's vibe. You know, Tamra's used to being like.
Well, Tamra was Gina. I mean, a little bit less high pitched, but like very much the party girl of the Housewives of OC.
And so was Vicki. I feel like both of them felt like their thrones were like overshadowed. Plus, she's in her 30s.
They
know.
felt old. That's what I was gonna say. They felt
I know.
old.
Yeah, they
And
couldn't
this
even
was
help
different.
it.
This was different from when Megan came on because
Yeah.
we've had a 30-year-old come in before and shake things
But
up.
Megan was
Megan
very
was
much
different.
30 in a
Exactly.
55-year-old's body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Megan was boring. That's what it was.
Yeah, she wouldn't call it out the way that this girl is calling everybody out.
Yeah.
Like, she's
Megan
got
feeling a
Well,
little
I don't want to
intimidating.
give it all away because Megan did, you know,
mean, she was
tell
opinionated.
Vicki to shut up, and she did call her an old woman.
So did she. She told Vicki last week, you know, when she called her out on the table, and
Loser.
Vicki, all she did was
Yeah.
like turn to the side. Like Vicki doesn't have a voice this season.
You know what it is too? I think that they could be, and I could be wrong on this, but I feel like they might be intimidated because she is from New York and because she's
feisty.
They're not gonna claw at her because she's like, oh, she's not from OC, whatever. We're not gonna deal with it. But I feel like other housewives that have been in their 30s that have been OC, they're like, okay, no, this is where we live. Kind of, I don't know. Maybe that's what's holding them back.
Well, you have to tread lightly when someone is coming at you like that, especially when you don't know them. You don't want to just jump in the cage because it might be unexpected. It might be a strategy, and they can just rip you down.
And
That's what I
Yeah.
want to see.
If you jump into the cage with Bethenny first round of Housewives,
Oh,
you're going to get
done,
eaten
done.
alive. So
Bye.
I feel like these OGs are just like, hold on, I'm sensing a strong type A. I need to just check this out before I jump in.
Check.
And I think the loser thing happened so fast that I don't think Vicki even kind of got it. You know what I
She
mean?
didn't comprehend before
It happened so fast. But you know what I'm liking? I'm liking that the girls aren't playing dumb. I'm liking that the girls are recognizing that Vicki's wrong and they're calling them out, even though it's
Shannon called her out. And
Shannon
she's laid
called
it
her
all
out.
the
You
way
can
it
tell
love
she
it.
was
She was
holding
mad,
back for a
too.
while.
Yeah, you could
she
tell.
was holding back for a while, and so was Tamra. Even Tamra was like, "Yeah, but I would never do that."
Yeah. On the corner. Stay in the corner.
Exactly. They were all throwing out their opinions tonight, which I really, really liked. And Kelly was clearly not over it. The tears were flowing, and the MVP goes to Gina's mom, Perry.
Oh my God,
Aw,
please let's talk about
Perry
Perry.
was so cute.
Perry is so cute. She's in her 70s. She's very high spirited, and she keeps it real. And she recognizes that there's a girl code.
Yeah, we'll talk about throwing some shade at Vicki. She kept saying, if she doesn't call, I'll call.
Give
While
me his
staring-
number.
While staring at Vicki
Give
dead
me
in
his
the eye.
number. She's
Yeah.
like, give me his number. I'll call him
She's
right
like,
now.
I'll protect you.
She's hilarious. Even her outfit.
she's
the
like, Kelly's, like, sobbing.
full leather in her 70s. I was like,
Even
yes.
Gina's like, oh, Mom, do you want to sit next to Kelly? And Kelly's like, yeah, have her sit next to me.
She's just so nurturing, her personality.
She
and
really
just,
is.
Yeah, her aura was very...
And
feel
she
like she was
needed,
getting- yeah, she
Kelly needed it.
She did. She needs
She's
a
getting
mom.
more attached to Kelly as opposed to anybody else.
Well, she senses like this girl needs, she's a baby right now and she needs to be mamaed, and I'm here to mama her.
Yeah.
This woman, though, is bringing a lot more than Emily, which we have not even
Thank
said
you.
the word Emily.
Thank
in
you.
a
She's the
minute.
most boring woman on the show right now. It's
I
so
know.
About her
Well,
hair, it's just like perfectly hairsprayed.
perfect.
Everywhere she moves, it's
It
like
just stays
so
there?
perfect. The curl.
I feel
think
like
it
it's
was,
almost there, but she's holding back definitely.
She is holding back.
because
I
of
think-
her husband.
Well,
She
I feel,
can't even say exactly what she feels to her husband.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like she's so type A and her husband is not, but for some reason he still got it like that. Because she was not gonna overpower him, and he was like, no. She was cackling, she was annoying, she was drunken.
She gave in though.
We're gonna talk about that later. We still need to talk about Kelly not letting it go, and the little circle outside, the little rendezvous where they were like, you know what, we're gonna play therapist. Go get her.
Shannon, go get her.
Exactly
Why
what we all
can't
need.
Vicky apologize in the
She's a-
right way?
she has an
Vicky
ego.
was wrong from the beginning, so you can't. Somebody with Vicky's personality is not going to admit that she's wrong later on. If you don't admit it within like the first episode or two, she's never going to admit it. So
Yeah.
don't even wait for it. She's going to keep saying sorry in the way that she says sorry, which Shannon said that.
I think it goes a lot deeper as we saw it. But then I remember in the first episode or the second episode, she was saying how she had gone on double dates with Michael. And
Yeah.
then today she said, I would
my
never go
God.
on a double date with them. Like I've never done that in the past.
And she invited them to Thanksgiving.
And she
That was
invited
the
them to
bomb.
Thanksgiving.
Right.
They just dropped a bomb on us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It all starts coming out. And I'm sorry, Vicky, you're just digging yourself a bigger grave and you're just being a bad friend.
I don't think
Thanksgiving?
I don't think Vicky can apologize because I don't think she truly cares.
And
think
it's
she
a perfect
cares.
excuse with Steve
I
because
think
she's like,
she cares,
oh,
but I don't think
Steve."
she cares to the extent that she's like, she's my best friend. Of course I wouldn't want to hurt her. She wants to do whatever is best for her and her boyfriend. And if her
Exactly.
boyfriend loves Michael, she does not care about Kelly whatsoever.
Well, she cares, but she doesn't care enough to be like, you know what? We can't have him over here. That's going to affect me and Kelly's
Exactly,
relationship.
exactly.
Yeah.
You guys, like,
And that's
honestly,
usually how
not
it works
Thanksgiving.
sometimes.
That's sad.
No,
It's like you don't have a voice of your own.
It's not a voice of her own, but I've seen time and time again people that are in relationships, they always side with their relationships and their friends are supposed to suck it up. It's a very...
Here's what it
I
is.
think there's
It's a
times
unique
to
situation.
side. I think
You
there's
know
times
what?
where you do back up your spouse, boyfriend,
This isn't the
whatever.
one.
But this
am-
isn't one of them. It doesn't affect your relationship that way.
I'm done with Vicki. Especially like even listening to Jeff Lewis' show tonight. Like some lady called in and was telling Shannon, "Look, Shannon, I love you, and I'm all about the honesty with the food and everything. Like I like you, good, bad, annoying. I am all about you.
Wow.
I
True
think
fan.
about you during the day." I think about you, and and Jeff is like, I just want you to know that she's crying right now. Like, Shannon is tearing up, and she goes, "This is what I want to tell you. There's people that are rooting for you. Now that the QVC thing is happening, be the career Shannon, because we need an independent woman, because all the other women out here that work, they're so codependent on men."
Right.
And obviously they were throwing shade at Vicki, and the caller was just going in, and Jeff was pulling it out.
Damn, can we play that right now?
Oh,
like,
we
I
need
want
to
to
get-
hear
I know.
more.
We're gonna get the sample for you guys, because it honestly, we are
so
rooting.
true.
It's so true. Vicki is someone that is independent when it comes to her career, but when it comes to like men in her life, she is very old-fashioned.
I wonder if that's why too, because she's been so dominant in her career. All she wants is to just be taken care of and wants to just have that type
But
of
at the expense
relationship.
of all of your relationships, like, why would you do that to Kelly? I really feel like out of all the fights she's had with the other girls, this is the one that I'm really feeling the most. When Kelly was crying at that table, I really felt bad for her.
Because Kelly really did just stick up for her no matter what.
She
Kelly
really
did not
did.
do anything wrong. And then Vicki does the, really, Kelly? Really? You haven't done anything wrong to me?
No, actually, no.
She hasn't.
Bravo would have played the montage.
Yeah,
But they
exactly.
didn't.
But they
Hashtag
didn't.
montage.
They didn't. Maybe
Oh,
they're
you
saving it for
guys.
the reunion.
Well, we've plugged Jeff's show. We've plugged Bravo. It's time to plug AfterBuzz TV. Hey,
Yes.
AfterBuzzers. Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We really do. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our channels.
Halloween-y.
By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And I'm feeling this music. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, which I am, don't be, because they're optional. So hit subscribe now for this channel that you're watching and listening to, and check out our other AfterBuzz TV YouTube channels as well. Let us know in the comments that you did, so that we can shout you out on one of our shows. For now, thanks for making AfterBuzz TV the ESPN of talk.
Yes, you guys, we have so many shows. Shaws of Sunset is one of my favorite ones.
I'm on that. Yes, Thursday nights at 8 o'clock.
Exactly. We do New York.
Really, really good this season.
Guys,
Beverly Hills.
we can't skip over the fact that they were just playing Icebox as the background music. That's what that song was, correct?
Yes, it was Icebox.
I don't even
That's
know what
Mario,
what-
right?
Is
Yeah,
it? Oh, is that what it is?
I know my Mario.
You guys are freaking
Omarion.
hilarious.
Oh, Marion, that's who it is. Oh, God, well, I'll take it back. I don't know my name, Mario.
Someone just
Thank
wrote,
you.
Vicki is choosing Steve and Michael over Kelly. She often throws her under the bus. Remember Ireland?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing.
bus
It's just,
ride.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Vicki has done a lot of bad things and gotten away with it in her own Vicki kind of way, even though we have to drag it out for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
But I really feel this is the one where it's like, why would you do that? I really feel like we can't have another season of you being dead wrong again.
Yeah.
Right.
It's become this, like, ugly pattern.
It really has.
I think I've had enough with this storyline now, and I'm ready to just see the next fight between
Yeah.
somebody else. Like, I'm over it. I don't
but
need
you know
them
what,
to
though?
continue
It's
it.
not. They're going to take it all the way to the reunion. They're fighting on Twitter right now.
No,
Are
they're not
they?
really.
Yes, they're still fighting. You guys, we have news and gossip to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's get into news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
You guys, it's just all coming. We have
Oh, we
so
didn't talk about
much.
Shane.
We are going to talk about Shane.
Okay, we
we're
have
going to
to.
end it with Shane.
Okay.
But for now, let me just talk about this, because this is not in our little segment. We don't have a graphic for this. This is just clearly what I've been seeing on Instagram. Kelly is vacationing right now.
Oh.
And I
So
have to
people are messaging her, oh yeah, where's your kid? And she's like, oh, she's at a summer camp. I'm glad you guys are all so involved with my business. But she's like, what's really happening right now is Vicki's BFF, who Kelly put it on her Instagram. Make sure to go to Kelly's Instagram. You're going to see the full story. She's shouting this guy out for stalking her and DMing her, basically saying that Vicki put him up to it. And she's saying Vicki has had this guy DM me all sorts of crazy stuff. He's stalking me. He's saying all these crazy things about me. So then he starts playing the DMs of their conversation. Ooh. And she's saying, I'm going to sue you for talking about me, you big fat loser. And he's like, you are such a drunk. You don't even remember me. I filmed with you last season at Vicki's Insurance, but you don't remember me because you're such a drunk. So there's all this back and forth fighting.
God.
Wow.
So clearly, Kelly and Vicki are not getting along right now. And there's all this stuff happening.
This always happens, though.
I don't like this.
Here's the thing about Vicki is that when she fights and she just fights dirty and she just does not let it go.
I am not a fan of that. I can't believe this.
Girls, get into your news and gossip while we're still going.
Well, I pulled up this screenshot. This is from CNN, and this was actually out today. The headline reads, Bethenny Frankel breaks silence on Dennis Shields' death. Now, if you guys are familiar with the story, Dennis is Bethenny's on and off again boyfriend. He was featured on this season of The Real Housewives of New York. Condolences to his family for dealing with such a tragedy. Bethenny writes, rest in peace, my sweet babies who gave me endless, unconditional love. Hashtag now and forever. That was just heartbreaking.
And I'm all about this. I feel really bad for all of this. And then people had the nerve to take this Instagram caption and turn it around. TMZ posted some stupid article stating, Bethenny Frankel compares her boyfriend's death to her dog.
Are you kidding me?
I'm like, you guys.
Wow, that's so heartless.
They're just so low.
People
like
are so
trashy.
ignorant.
It's tragic.
First of all, those two people or those two living or things that we're living that you see in that photo are meant so much to her to even
not
talk
even that.
like
It's
that.
like even to do that is just so rude to his family and to anyone that's ever dealt with addiction.
Exactly.
It's like, let's take Bethenny out of the picture. He had a serious issue, mental issue that nobody's discussing, and like, you know, a lot of the reason why Bethenny acted the way she did in the season was probably because she knew he was struggling and wanting to help, and it's awful.
It
It's
just
awful.
shows you
Yeah.
never know what's happening between
Yeah.
closed
No, you
doors.
don't.
We don't know.
Yeah, I felt for Bethenny too because
Yeah.
I could only imagine everything that she must have been going through because she loved him.
Stay
Definitely
strong,
did.
B. Stay strong. We know that, we've talked about this before. We go through the cycles with these women. Sometimes they have amazing seasons and they're just having a great time, and sometimes we have to see the reality, and sometimes stuff like this happens.
It's life.
You know
This
what I
was
mean?
a bad
Unfortunately.
season for her.
But at the end of the day, they're all human beings. We have to have compassion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is entertainment, and what they're showcasing for us on TV is entertainment. There's a line, and there is, on the other side, families and daughters and sons.
Yeah.
So we just have to be a little bit respectful. What else do we have for news and gossip?
That's it. We're going to go into tweets just for the sake of time. So if you
Yes.
want to pull up some tweets.
So this is
Switching gears.
This is a parody account. Unfortunately, not the real Dawn. I really wish it was, guys.
Don Gunvalson.
But I thought it was hilarious that he tweeted last week, if Kelly wants to get even, she could always double date with me.
Okay.
Wouldn't that have been great if it was actually him?
Oh, if that was really Dawn, that would have been so good. I'm sure
So
Kelly
good.
would have responded and would have been like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go out just to show her. That was my Kelly.
That
You
was pretty
sounded
good.
great.
That was
I
pretty
was
good.
That was-
picturing Kelly right there. You sounded
a lot
really
of
great.
hands.
That was
That
my
was
Kelly
good.
impression.
Jennifer Rodriguez tweets, The Real Housewives of Orange County, I'm going to need Emily's husband to pass his bar exam before bashing other housewives for having a fun night with the girls. Jerk.
I know. Let's
Yes,
have fun.
Jennifer.
Let's
Yes,
talk
Jennifer.
about this. We're calling the segment Shitless Shane.
Yes.
Because he's obviously ruffling up a little feathers. We're going to get to the last tweet in just 1 second. Let's talk about Shane really quickly. What do we feel about this? Talking about Gina, saying that she was too drunk, she overstayed her welcome, and he had to yell for her to get out.
These husbands need to watch Real Housewives and know if they don't want to get in any of the crazy storms that the husbands have, don't be involved. Don't film. And if you're going to have a problem, it was just one night too, and he knew that the camera crew was there. Like,
Yeah, like, what did you expect when your wife signed up for the Real Housewives of Orange County? You cannot tell me you're that naive that there was going to be some drunk women in your house at some
Why
point.
would you have poker night on a school night or something?
yeah.
Well, right,
Or
maybe
why
that's-
have anything anything there at her house if she knows how her husband's gonna get out.
Yeah, or go across the street.
I just could not stand that
to the sister-in-law's place.
I could not stand that he couldn't have just texted Emily to say, listen, I'm trying to sleep. I'm getting really annoyed. Like, if you want to say that to her, fine. Please get her out of the house. But don't yell at her. You don't even know
That
her.
was very rude. There are so
inappropriate.
many other
I'm gonna
alternatives.
play devil's advocate.
No. Let's move on because
I'm gonna
you
say,
can't.
you
Go
know
ahead.
what though? When you pay the bills and it's your house, you know what?
He doesn't have
He
a job.
doesn't.
How do
They
we know
both-
he pays the bills?
He's well off though.
He
She
has-
likes the bar.
But we don't know. We don't know.
Oh, you guys, there's Real
No.
Housewives right here. No, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Like, I know when you're sober and you're upstairs and you've been listening to these women cackle for the last 6 hours, and your kids are upstairs, and you know one of them is not going to sleep because they can still hear everything. You're gonna get frustrated eventually. When everybody has left and there's still one last person downstairs,
That-
you're like, sometimes you need a little kick on the way out and be
Not
like, okay.
yelling,
Not
though.
like
Not
that.
yelling.
I don't
Emily,
care.
if Emily could not kick her out, he could have easily come downstairs and been like, "Hey, let me call you an Uber. Let me help you go out."
Yeah,
Like,
It's
if
true.
my
could have been
boyfriend
nice
It's
about
true.
ever
that.
yelled at another
No.
It's called
woman, I would be
tact.
so
And why wasn't
upset.
this all on camera?
It is, but they didn't show it.
I think
it
no.
is?
I think, and I honestly, I think the night was wrapping up, and everybody was gone,
they
including the
left.
crew.
It
If
was
she
10
was-
o'clock at night.
Well, here's the thing, though.
No,
if
they
she
left
was
at
that,
10. The cast left at 10.
If
Not Gina. I mean, what's her name? Gina. Yeah.
Gina was saying bye to somebody else like at 10, 11 when they showed. That
when
means
she was
like
going, I'm not leaving this place ever.
at least she
I'm
warned
not
everybody.
leaving this
At least she
place
warned
ever.
everyone. Let's get to our last
A
tweet.
lot of fireball, girl.
Our last tweet says, "Go ahead, girls."
I want to be Perry when I grow up, from Taylor Winton.
Yeah, Taylor, we
same.
totally
Perry
agree.
needs to be a housewife.
She's
She
winning the
could be.
MVP. MVP goes to Perry tonight. Let's get into our predictions and talk about what we want to see next episode with Shane, Gina, and Emily. Predictions.
We got to do them quick here, peeps.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Emily and Gina not getting along. They're going to fight the rest of the season.
Emily's gonna have a sit down with Gina, talk to her about the situation, and I think Gina's gonna basically be begging. She's not gonna feel like she's in the wrong because she doesn't remember what happened.
I feel like Gina's going to be solo and all the girls are going to be against her. She's going to just be writing solo and teaming up with.
I think Gina might end up being the Kelly of the season. You know what I mean? Where she has to be strong and just ride the tide until next season, and everyone becomes friends with her. But what I will say, I really am. This is maybe like wishful predicting. I really, really hope that the girls really get through to Vicki and they let her know like what you've done is wrong.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about it next episode. Are they, if they bring it up, I can't. We're done with talking
Yeah.
about the Kelly thing.
I'm over it, too.
I can't.
I don't know. I feel like we're
I
not
don't exactly.
over talking
This
about
is
that.
OC tradition.
over
OC tradition. We just drag.
This is gonna be okay. Wait,
Drag it to the reunion.
They've
Drag
done
it
it
to
at a
the reunion.
restaurant. They've done it like drinking. They're gonna talk it at
Done
the
it at
beach.
someone's house.
They're gonna
This
be
is
like
not
a
my
bonfire.
plate, Thomas. You guys, that is it for our after show. Obviously, we could go all night. So
We
make sure to
could.
follow us on Instagram. Let us know how we're doing. Send us a tweet and tag AfterBuzz so we can put it on the show. We're just tweeting people we don't even know and shouting them out. So we would love to shout you guys out. So we really appreciate you guys downloading us on iTunes and listening to us in the live chat and everything. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian. You can find me on all the things Hollywood Lian. And on Wednesday, make sure to check out Born This Way. Kevin Undergaro and I are mentoring Megan Baumgars. It's going to be amazing.
Hey guys, you can find my name is Mayte Carrillo. You can find me everywhere at This Is Mayte and also Shots of Sunset Thursday nights.
Yes. Hey guys, I'm Thomas Orlina. Follow me everywhere on social media at Thomas Orlina and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Your Time with Thomas.
Yay. You guys can find me at Hayley Clover pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, bye AfterBuzzers.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.